Welcome to another solo new episode of Among Us. You already saw the community lately. You, you're going to probably see the new post that I made. The new map called Earthship is going to come much more sooner than we already expect. Science. A lot of people are now gaining early access to the map. However, I ain't intended to actually get early in the map. Don't get me wrong, but in first thought I was just going to wait peacefully until the real release date of the new map actually comes up. But later on, start to realize that if I don't get it as soon as possible, well, I guess that won't be a lot of views for me. So as dislikes, not the dislikes, the likes. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do. I won't tell which day, but there will be that live stream. However, since it's an early access map, it means you can't actually search it online. You can see it's just the three old trilogy maps: Scale, Mario HQ, and Polus. There's nothing else. Nothing else. So the only way that you could access early, yeah, early to the newest map is by different methods and different devices. In console, I don't know about it. No, about that. I don't think PS4 can actually be exactly done like the Nintendo Switch. Uh, yeah, I was about to get Among Us for the Switch, but it just costs money, and you know this recent situation of what's happening really held me back from the accomplish maximum Among Us experience. So, so I guess that's a huge rip, but not everything is lost. Since the PC is actually different from a console, you can actually download the same Among Us, but in a big key, which means it's a copy of the original game without any modifications. It's simply called a mod mod portable. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I can easily also download a mod for Among Us for the PC, which has the newest version that has secretly encoded the Earthship map, and also play from there. But the only drawback is I need a microphone to actually start live streaming by a computer. And you know me, I really lack a microphone for that, which really sucks. And I don't think the phone technique to get the airship earlier, I don't think is well is guaranteed working and not a freaking trashy clickbait. However, still going to test that to see if it's legitimate or not. For that value stats, I'm going to need to uninstall this one. I think it's meant to just it's meant to be just in first game site, aka when you recently downloaded the game. I think that's how it works. And I'm also need to check if this is the last version available of this game, so it can successfully work without any downside problems. That was a really obnoxious glitch. Okay, today is pretty strange. The mildly empty servers never filled up as much as the last episode. Well, it kinda is feeling bad, just a little. Slightly bad. Just 3 of a quarter. There is slowly filling the server. And we can see these people talk Spanish, which is probably one of my least favorite language. Well, like one of my least language that I that I ever heard. And not only Spanish is pretty much uninspired and boring, also it's pretty damn terrible in terms of grammar. Unlike English, English is far better. It's not my fucking fault that in the old ages of this channel I used more Spanish than English. That's because the country that I got moved on into really forced me to speak their language. To see if hmm, he learned the language which was terribly rough moments from the past. And so I had to make a cut up between there, cause I don't really like to spoil what's going to happen. Cause I don't want to ruin the eerie touch of this. Oh, not so eerie, I guess. Yes. Nowadays, everything in my environment has changed for good. I no longer have to deal with those annoying and bothersome pests that once used to live in a game that people might hate on it. But it's good to remember those minds comparing to the nowadays control. Since since my rivals enemies just disappeared, I can freely now schedule everything up. Relocate every release date that I once once set it up. And yes, that's one of the reasons. Mm, Come on, here we have it. Now it's too soon. But that's one of the reasons. Mm. And oh look, another hacker. And if you don't believe me, there's actually that dreadful mod that requires some authority, aka a key mod, which is obviously paid up. Not only you, only the game itself is has microtransactions, but the microtransactions are pretty much null here, as the because the shop is just aesthetic decorations. It doesn't affect the gameplay at all. So which means it just kind of for make you look cooler, but there's some mods that needs to be used with a key to actually enable those mods, and you have to pay real money for it. I find it very stupid. Well, I guess that's the black merchandise. Just kidding. It's a horrible merchandise. But without further ado, there's one mod that literally kicks people out without any reasonable reason. No reason. Not even explained reasons. It, I think you just need to type the name of the player or the ID to make their connection loose and start corrupting. I don't know. Fortunately, I never got to face one like that, cause I think there's very serious rare cases of that happening. Oh, lucky, finally, imposter. But the only bad thing is I didn't check up in time, and I ended up being pink. But I guess it's not bad, considering that it is just Valentine's Day. Okay, there we go. I swear, if that is Portuguese. Very strange usernames. Nah, it's not Portuguese, it's just a kid with really bad grammar. Really bad grammar. Let's see. I guess nobody's voting. Okay, orange. It's orange. Yeah, it didn't even matter. That's what I like about Among Us. It's just kind of unpredictable what's going to happen. Well, of course, it's predictable, but funny mods actually can make things very tricky for the others to guess how it's going to end. So I guess let's consider it fun, entertaining. Call call me psychopath. I think it is. Hmm. And surprisingly, I didn't even forget a single bit. Okay, that's done. And now they're shutting off the power. That's no good. I think blue sauce. I'm expecting to see the classic meme of red sauce. And I don't think it's going to be that case. Yep, not anymore. We win! Good grief. That was a hella fucking small server. Yep, Reef server. Okay, let's get in one fast as possible before it gets filled up. And we end up this episode as imposter. Now let's get out of here. Oh, and we had a little help with our friend hacker. What a weird end to this episode. And I think this episode isn't that short like the rest of it. But oh well, I think it's good enough. Anyways, thanks for watching and stay tuned for that live stream.